Hello friends, how are you? And welcome to Islam Examination. We in this particular videos we actually examine the cult of Islam. Why do we do that? I have already mentioned that we have to examine this closely so that we would really find out whether there is depth in this religion or just they are trying to make up stories and it promotes terrorism. One thing that my Muslim friends tell me is that Islamic law, that is Sharia, is a perfect justice system, and the amount of brutality in the justice system is that, for example, if you take the theft, for example, which we are going to discuss today. The Islamic Sharia says that anybody who steals, their hands should be cut off, and everybody knows that. My Muslim friends tell me that this is a very perfect justice because of the fear of such punishment, people will not commit theft, which is very illogical, but maybe it happens, maybe not, I don't know. But theft happens in countries like Saudi Arabia because people's hands and legs are cut off. So that does mean that it has not prevented anyone from going and robbing something. So, and people will say that it happens very rarely, and that is again a false statement, maybe, or maybe I don't know. But my question is, what if a wrong person or person who has not committed theft gets this punishment? For this, my Muslim friends, they defend by saying that it cannot happen because it's a perfect system. It is created by Allah, after all, and it cannot go wrong. So in this particular case, we are just going to find out whether it is true. Here in front of me is Sunnah.com. It has all the collections of Sahih narrations and of the Prophet, of the books. Whatever the Prophet does, even if he shits, it has been recorded. How he was shitting, how he was taking bath, how he was having sex. All those things are mentioned. And a Muslim is supposed to follow the same example by reading these hadiths. And person who cannot read, there are sheikhs and mullahs, they discuss all these things in the mosque. So they are taught to live like their Prophet. So how a theft? And my question is, why, if a wrong person gets this punishment, it would be very unfair to him, and we are going to break the code by one of the stories of Prophet Muhammad. See what happens. I am going to highlight and you read along with me. This is Sahih narration, and I'll read the story right away. A thief was brought to the Messenger of Allah, and he said, kill him. See, right away Muhammad is telling them to kill. So he is not even examining whether he has committed the theft or not. He is telling, my followers are telling, so kill that person. They said, now these followers are reminding that punishment for theft is not killing. They said, oh Allah's Messenger, he only stole. That means he has only stole, and so killing is not the punishment. It is. They reminded him. He said, okay. He said, cut off his hands. All right. So a fair punishment, cutting off the hand for committing theft. Okay. So his hands was cut off. Now take a note of that. His hands are cut off. Then he was brought the second time. He said, kill him. Then They said he has committed only stole. So again he said cut off his foot this time. Now take a note of that, because this person is not having one hand and one leg. He was bought the third time. Stupidity. I can't believe that a person can steal with one hand and one leg. Again he said, kill him. They said, oh Allah's messenger, he only stole. He said, cut off his other hand. So now remember, this person is not having two hands and one leg. He is having only one leg. Okay, well, let's go along with it. And then he was bought the fourth time, and he said, kill him. They said he only stole. How he can still steal is out of my knowledge. You can decide whether he stole or he didn't steal. Then cut off his other foot. Now this person is not having either of his hands or legs. He can't possibly steal. He was bought the fifth time, and then you can see the narration that they killed him ultimately. So this person stole without hand and without legs. It's possible, people say, that this is a perfect system of justice where no innocent person can get convicted and tried. But here is an example in front of you. Muhammad himself gave a punishment to an innocent person, because a person with no hand and no legs can't steal. Another thing that I would like to mention on this story is my own take, what might have actually happened. Now think about it. This narration is continuous, so it might have taken in very short period of time. Alright. So a person whose hand is cut off cannot recover, maybe 4-5 years he can't recover. This whole story didn't take place over a period of 16-17 years. It took place successively. So I think, what is my take, you can agree with me or don't, but Muhammad is actually relishing to make this person suffer and die by seeing his hands cut off, then legs cut off. It's brutality. This is what I'm trying to point out to any of my Muslim friends. You can read all these things up for your own, and you can decide what is actually this religion teaching you. If you want to follow Muhammad in this way, maybe most of them are, who are terrorists who are doing stuff in Kashmir, they are following this example, and they are stupid enough to follow. But I just can't believe that educated people who are Muslims, they follow such a garbage. And if anyone has little logic, they should actually leave this cult, because it is very dangerous for the society. And Sharia is not the way. We are going to cover more such topics on triple talaq and on halala, which is even more embarrassing for the Muslims. And I would advise them to stay away from this religion.